All right, well, I want to officially welcome you. I've been looking forward to this moment for many weeks already. To have all of the coaches here together, to have even head coaches, assistant coaches, and then our high school coaches also coming to high school students who are helping with each of the teams. We are very excited to have you here. And my goal for tonight is to go as an overview a few main things that we want to cover and accomplish this year. Before we go into the actual content of basketball skills, I'll introduce myself, and then I would like everybody to also introduce themselves and say what team that they're going to be helping out with. All right? My name is Jody. If I haven't met you, Mrs. Wanzura. Some of you might know me as that. Just to give you a background on why I'm doing this, I am the athletic director in the middle school, but beyond that, I played basketball for many years. I got the privilege of playing at the university level and at the provincial level, and have a great passion for the sport. I also have coached for over 20 years, and it's partly how I put myself through school. I ran my own basketball camps every time I'd come back to Abbotsford. My dad would organize them, my sister would administrate them, and I'd come and I'd run a one-day clinic and then be able to pay for all of the extras for university. So I feel like I've been running basketball camps and coaching for years, all the way back since I was in high school. So I've coached with Big Ten, I've coached with crossover sports, I've coached with Athletes in Action, I've coached with NBC, and I've coached with some of the regional teams for the provincial teams here in BC. And then I've also coached the senior girls basketball team for, I think it was 4 seasons, maybe 3 seasons. And now this year, I'm coaching grade 8 girls. So I'm looking forward to that. And so yeah, why don't we turn it over to each of the teams. We'll go team by team, so everybody, I'll point you out, you can say your name, and so people can kind of know. And if you want to kind of be sitting in an area with your group, with your teammates, then you can kind of know who you'll be working with this year. But I'll turn it over to Rachel. You can talk for yourself.
My name is Rachel, and I'm also coaching grade 8 girls with Jim.
All right. You can say a little snapshot of what you've done for basketball or coach.
I went to school here, so I played throughout high school, and then I played 4 years at Quest University, and then 1 year at Amherst, and then coached senior girls last year at Peace Fisher Academy, and did a few coaching things throughout university, just helping out as well.
All right.
Yeah, I'm coaching the grade 8 boys basketball, and I got into coaching a couple years ago. Avid basketball fan, just wanted to coach my kids, and just been helping out in the schools. Okay, that's it.
That's awesome.
I'm Ethan, and I play basketball now. And I had a really good coach when I was in grade 8, so now I want to, and in the spring, so I want to be able to do the same thing that my kids do.
I'm Kian, and same as him.
Okay, awesome. Let's go grade 7 girls next.
Hi, my name is James. I started coaching last year for grade 6 girls, and this is my second year helping with grade 7 girls.
And also with them.
Same here, I'm Lizzie, and I also coached the grade 6 girls last year, and this year grade 7 girls.
Awesome. Let's go grade 7 boys.
Well, my name is Chris Reimer. It's my second year coaching here. Got 2 kids here, daughter in grade 9, son in grade 7. I played college basketball, played UC under 17, under 19. Had some good coaches along the way, had some bad coaches along the way. We all did, I'm sure. But hopefully I can make it a positive experience for the kids.
Awesome. You gotta go real loud.
My name is Samuel, and I'm helping out with the grade 7 facilities here. When I played in school, we had good coaches that did a lot of coaches that made
The two coaches for grade 6 girls are, one is coming a little bit late, the other one couldn't make it, so do you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Sophia. I'm in grade 10. I played basketball since I could remember, like the 80s. And so all the great coaches that I've had here, I thought it would be fun to help out the grade 6.
Awesome, thank you. Grade 6 boys?
And I'm grade 6 boys. My name is Mr. G, or David. You guys know that. And I'm coaching the grade 6 boys, and I've coached at PA the last 6 or 7 years. Senior the last 2 years, grade 8 a couple years, and then middle school, grade 6 and 7 I've done. So, and I graduated from PA. That's good.
Go ahead.
I'm Evan. I'm helping out with the grade 6 boys basketball. Yeah. I've been playing basketball since kindergarten, but yeah. And I just wanted to help out with grade 6 this year.
I'm Isaiah Francis, and I'm coaching the grade 6 boys basketball. And I play right now. Currently, well, we haven't really started, but I'm going to try out for the grade 8 boys basketball. And I've been playing basketball since I could walk.
Probably true. Awesome. Well, that will give you an idea of some of the people who are going to be coaching this year. If you were going to think of a coach that you had that inspired you, all right, somebody that was super impacting to maybe who you are today or why you want to coach, if you were to think of that story, when we have our pizza break, you can share that story with the people that you're standing around or sitting around with, sharing why you want to coach and who is that inspirational coach. All right. So our job as coaches is to be able to train, equip, and build. Now I'm on page 3 of the coaching clinic manual, so if you want to go through that, that's fine. Most of what we're covering today is about training, but what I'm going to do is cover 2 other things. You'll have to share amongst yourselves. All right. The whole thing is going to be about training, about specifics. Now, one of the things that I also want to talk about is not only do you want to teach people about the actual specifics about basketball, but we also want to talk about equipping them for life. Because I really believe that basketball is a great platform to train them for life as well. All right? So I put down the famous character traits that if you've been part of Force Junior in the past, you will know these things. All right? And so these are some of the character traits, and you can decide if you want to do week by week each of those character traits, or if you want to mix up the order, I don't mind. Whatever you want to do is fine, but these character traits are some of the important ones that they can use to grow in who they are. The other thing I really want to focus on in coaching this year is the importance of building up our athletes. One of the greatest pieces of advice I received was specific encouragement. I am an encourager. I love to encourage people, but often my encouragement was, hey, good job, awesome, you got it, right? And I would just say little things like that. And I went to a workshop that talked about to really impact people, you got to make your comment more specific. So instead of just, hey, good job, to say, hey, good job, you got the 2-foot jump stop, you got your balance right when you landed, I can tell that you're listening, and I'm impressed by your coachability. Do you see how that comment will stick with them, and they will always get that jump stop, because that was one specific thing that you encouraged them in. And of course, high fives and saying good job, you don't want to lose that, but see if you can throughout your practice find very specific things to say, hey, I really noticed you got this. Your shot, you really got your elbow in. I really like your shot. You've been working on it, and I can tell that you've been improving. So well done. So that's just a tip. And maybe each practice, if every coach could aim for kind of 10 key specific encouragements, how cool that would be if every kid on your team went home feeling so encouraged.